Hello, welcome back for another video on Ark Survival Ascended. Have you ever thought to yourself that the vanilla bosses were kinda boring and that you wanted to challenge yourself to something new? Well, look no further. In this video, I'll be showcasing mods that you can download which will add bosses or world mini bosses to your game. Every single one of these mods can be played cross-platform, so without further ado, let's get straight into it. Kicking off our list is the ATJ Titan Additions from Jam's UWU. If you missed the Titans from Extinction, then this might be the mod for you. This mod will add a new structure which is the Titan Terminal. I'm pretty sure it works the same as a tech transmitter, which can be unlocked at level 100, and of course is pretty expensive to craft. This is where you'll be able to summon a Titan on the map. As of now, it does appear to only have the Sky Titan. There are two options to choose from, and I've used both and can't honestly tell if there's any difference other than the crafting requirements, where one option requires 8 random artifacts and the second option requires the alpha trophies from all 4 bosses. Once summoned, it will spawn high up in the sky, so be prepared for battle. It seems to share the same qualities and attacks as the Desert Titan from what I can tell, having a respectable health pool of 250,000. It can either be tamed or killed for a bunch of loot, and it will also unlock a few tech grams. Next up is going to be Rodger the Winged Tyrant from Miss Beans and Ave. It's exactly what it looks like. It is a Griffin world mini boss. Rodger will have a 5% chance to spawn in the wild, which it does share spawns with the Argentavis, or you'll be able to summon him at his spawn terminal, which can be unlocked at survivor level 75. You'll be needing artifacts of the Brute, Skylord and Hunter, and also the items 10 exquisite meat and 5 blood wine, both also unlocked at survivor level 75 and can be crafted inside your own inventory, requiring some nice and easy items to craft. Not too shabby really. In terms of health and strength, Rodger the Bodger when summoned will spawn at level 150 and only has 50,000 health. He deals a decent amount of damage and has an attack similar to the Blood Wyvern's ranged attack, where it will drain a portion of the target's health over time. It's a pretty easy boss to be honest, so I kinda wish it was a little more challenging. After defeating him, you will be rewarded with a nice little chunk of element. Up next we have Fluffles the Giga Otter, which also comes from Miss Beans and Ave. She is a giant otter mini boss. With summoning methods similar to the previous mini boss, you can craft the Fluffles summoning terminal at survivor level 75. To be able to summon her, you will require Artifact of the Clever, Massive and Devourer, and also some sliced salmon and shiny black pearls. Also crafted inside your inventory, requiring standard black pearls to craft shiny pearls and raw fish meat to craft sliced salmon. But don't be fooled by her cute looks, this otter is an absolute monster, with around a health pool of 150,000 and with devastating attacks like a ranged lightning wyvern breath attack and a strong melee attack. This is the type of challenge I was looking for with the Griffin. Once slain, you will be rewarded with a nice amount of element and pearls. Lovely jubbly. Moving on to the hot climate of Scorched Earth where the giant awaits. That's right, this is the DeathWorm Queen from Mods by Vino, who is also a good friend of mine. So basically this is a boss version of the alpha DeathWorm and is around twice the size of the alpha. As far as I know, this will not spawn on the map naturally. You will need to use this command to spawn it in. You will need to breed the biggest army to be able to take this thing down. And I know this for certain from personal experience, as it has a whopping 400 million health. And it kind of makes sense as we use this mod during the finale of Monarky Season 5, where we teamed up with the community of over 50 members joining our armies together and, well, let's just say a lot of allies died that day. My frames were hurting and so was my Rex army. I think I had around 50 Rexes with Ascendant Saddles, which only scratched its health, if anything, and after a long half-an-hour battle, only 3 survived. But that was because I tucked my tail in between my legs and fled the battle, for others to take the heat instead. Unfortunately, you won't receive any rewards for killing this beast other than the Manticore helmet. I'm not entirely sure if Vino is going to still update this mod or if he'll add any rewards in the future, as it was made for the purpose of the Monarchy season. But what I do know is this boss is still an option if you are looking for a new boss to fight that is literally almost impossible to defeat. Next up is Terry Arthropod Overlord, another from Ave and Miss Beans. I really like these world boss editions, and I do wish there was more out there to download. This giant trilobite is not one to be messed with. Same summoning method as the previous 2 mods from Ave and Miss Beans. Craft Terry's summoning terminal, which can be unlocked at level 105. To summon this boss, you will need to craft an Overlord's Gift, which requires some Alpha Predator trophies, artifacts of the Brute, Cunning and Strong, some chitin, and 100 black pearls. This trilobite has a decent sized health pool of around 550,000 and has a very strong melee attack capable of outputting a few thousand damage per hit to primitive saddle creatures, so it will not be a walk in the park when battling him. Once killed, it will drop you a very nice amount of element for your trouble. ARKOLOGY New Encounters is an amazing mod from Dragonheart 7998 that I also briefly showcased in my previous video. It introduces you into the ARKOLOGY world of many new tameable variants of pre-existing creatures in ARK, but our main focus is bosses today. And not only does it add a wide variety of alpha variants of creatures to your world, including the alpha Baryonyx, Spino, Uteranus, Allosaurus, Bronto, and its own version of the alpha Rex, which all look beautiful, I must say. To be honest, every creature variant in this mod looks awesome, and this is only naming a few, by the way, but what it does also add is a few world bosses, whether it be the Rhynian Napha, the Giga, or a giant rock that looks very suspicious. Oh wait, it's a big bad rock golem boss. All of these world bosses are absolute units, able to output a lot of damage and have massive health pools. The golem at level 95 had 400,000 health, and the Giga at level 45 had 250,000, so it will most likely take a bred up army and maybe some strategy to take down and defeat these Goliaths. If you do succeed in taking them down, you will be rewarded well for your efforts with some tasty loot and a ton of element. I honestly love this mod. It offers so much in terms of gameplay value to your game. And finally, there's no better way to close out the video than with the Livyatan. This beauty comes from Monarky. I have showcased quite a few of his creature mods recently. I must admit the quality of Monarky's mods are out of this world. Every single one is of outstanding quality. This is also the only premium mod on the entire list. To be able to play this, it will set you back $5. And to be honest, this is probably the only creature mod I would happily pay money for, as this mod adds quite a lot of new features. Firstly, the mod adds a tameable Livyatan. This beast hosts many custom abilities and offers great utility, towering over all aquatic life. Even the Shastasaurus looks like a baby in comparison. It has a wide variety of deadly attacks at its disposal, with almost every attack able to output a lot of damage. Its water jump is amazing, by the way. Look at this thing go. It has high stats across the board, multiple types of saddles, providing it with some badass looking bone armor, or kitting it out with a siege saddle that even has a mounted gun to rain down on your enemies, which uses element as ammo, by the way. I never thought throwing money down the drain could be so fun. This mod adds its own crafting bench to craft and upgrade saddles, and a variety of different structures and items, including the communication tablet, which is what you will need to tame one. And moving on to the feature of why we all came here in the first place, the mod also adds the Alpha Livyatan, which is an absolute monster, offering you an extra challenge within ocean exploration. And this thing is not for the faint-hearted. It absolutely flattened my tame Livyatan. It is definitely a fight you'll be wanting to be well prepared for, as it will also spawn a ton of minions alongside it, including alpha predators. This mod gives you a reason to build up an underwater army, which is an aspect in ARK that has been missing for a very long time, and a very strong army is most likely needed to take it down. This thing even has an ability that can dismount you, which is not ideal. I don't believe the alpha version will spawn naturally on the map. You will have to craft yourself the Summoner Horn, which can be unlocked at level 99. This can be crafted at the Livyatan workbench. Crafting requirements include a bunch of creature trophies, some basic resources, and dried Livyatan hide. You can find this after killing wild Livyatans, which they will drop inside their inventory. To convert the hide to dried hide, you can use the drying rack. I'm not too sure with what level they spawn at, but the one I summoned in the video was a level 150, and it has a whopping 1,440,000 health, which is crazy. I must admit, it's very exciting to have a water boss like this. If you somehow do manage to kill it, you will be rewarded with some tasty loot, which also includes a nice chunk of element. And that's going to be the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and if you did find it helpful in any way, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more ARK content. There's plenty more, and there's plenty more to come. I really appreciate it, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Take care. Goodbye.